was.
Yes, yeah.
You're more square.
Yeah.
All right, let me,
Well, this is the other look.
see. Check to hope so. Because it's Friday. I can't get my thing hooked. There we go. It's Friday, and these are the one-page mini albums that Diane's going to show us today. So, if you're here, you're going to go for a while because look we got a pattern and everything. It sounds like we got some sound.
Okay.
Hey, sound is back today.
Good morning,
we don't know
everybody.
what happened. We don't know what happened yesterday.
Yeah,
but
we apologize about yesterday, but we tried everything. So
I'm sorry,
it was
Katie
what it was.
and Maggie and Chris, for not having sound.
Yep.
But we got it. We're back today.
Yep.
We've got sound. Sounds
It
like we're
happens.
good. And we got a lot of cool product here that Diane's been pulling for her one-page mini album. Do you want to just flip that open to give everybody a little preview?
I can.
Lori said, Shh, Kelly's in the house. I don't know what that means. I did not watch the whole video yesterday, but I was told not to. So, good morning, everyone. Like Elena said, it's Good Friday. It's Good Friday for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
It's a holiday. Some people are not working today, like us, Diane.
Yeah.
We are working, if you can call this work.
But we have fun working.
We do. So Diane's got a project here. Hope says she can't wait to see it, Diane. So,
Oh, well.
neither can I.
Hopefully
Rita
it'll go
says-
better than my last video.
Rita says, Happy Easter. Now, if you're watching, we're going landscape today. I want to just say landscape. So we're going landscape. So if you're watching on a phone, turn it sideways and you get a full view.
Yep.
Or get us on your big screen, whatever. We did have, I think it was Chris, a customer, Chris, who watched us on our big screen and sent us a picture of the big screen. So let's see.
We've come a long ways.
Lori said yesterday was fantastic.
Oh, good. It was a fun day.
It sounds like we got a lot of laughs yesterday.
Yes, we did. And Chris's project was awesome.
Oh my gosh. Diana says it was a hilarious mess. So I'm pretty sure Katie sweated through her armpits.
She
of
did.
her
You
shirt
should see
yesterday.
the picture that I took of her after the video.
Yeah. So you guys,
It was
hopefully
pretty funny.
you didn't see like maybe her after effects, and that's okay. So anyway, we had some technical problems, and I'm sure sorry about that.
We got through it.
We got through it. We're done. We got
Yep.
sound today, and we got some product to show you, and we have a big product to show you this afternoon. I almost said tomorrow.
No.
But it's this afternoon at 1 o'clock.
And we're so excited.
We are having a tour of new product.
Yep.
So before we show this, let's review what Chris did yesterday and show her box. So if you missed it, Chris made this really cool, like a tri-fold flip-out box, which is a perfect treat for graduation or Easter. The directions are posted here on Facebook. I put pictures up last night, and so they're posted. So you could make this for Easter. Hey, it's Good Friday. That means we got a couple more days.
And Chris put money in that. Wouldn't that be a great way to give some money to a grandchild, a special friend, a niece or nephew?
It could
How
be for a
fun.
lot of things.
Yes.
So that's our review from yesterday.
Yep.
And then Melissa came in yesterday afternoon to Memory Bound, and oh my gosh,
Look at
that is
this.
so cute. So cute. She brought us this little bunny bag, and look what she made. It's a bunny, and it says Memory Bound, and it's made out of like wood, and it's got 2022 on it. So
And she has a laser cut machine,
that
said?
she made that with. Oh wait, we got to interrupt real quick. Vicki, the directions say to cut 2, and that's just a little typo, but because you do need 3. And right there, Chris corrected it today. So we think people will figure it out if they cut 2 and then realize, oh gosh, I'm short a box. So you do need 3 pieces, so you're absolutely right. Okay, sorry about interrupting Melissa's little gift here.
Okay, so this was the card she made.
And what a cute way with a pocket.
Is Look at that. And then wrote a nice note on the back to all of us.
Looks like a doodlebug thing happening.
Doodlebug for Easter. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty darn cool. Look, she made a
flower
out of twine.
And you could do
oh my
that
gosh,
and
it's
put
so awesome.
something in the middle of it. It wouldn't have to be that little kind of bead type of thing, but that's really cool.
It's in the shape of an egg.
Oh yeah, for Easter. Oh yeah, now I get it.
Okay, then she made all of the staff one of these that is just adorable.
And they're a little different.
And they are, that's one. Oh, there's an elephant.
They're just so
tiger.
cute. They're so cute. Melissa, that was so sweet.
A unicorn, hippo, no, a birthday hippo. So yeah, these
and then
are
a bunny in there.
And then she must crochet too, or knit, or whatever.
She does
this
it all,
is.
and paper craft.
Wow, that is really cool.
So
How fun!
I might take that home for my little grandson.
Definitely.
I think he would really like that. So Melissa, thank you so much. And I guess it's a good time to say Happy Good Friday and Happy Easter. This is our last day till Easter. All right, so let's, we got a few things to show. We got in these, now I thought these were really cute. They look like puffy stickers, but they're fish. And speaking of Easter, that would be a great thing in an Easter basket.
Yes, if you go to an aquarium, those would be perfect.
Grandson number 2 is going to get those in his Easter basket. I'm sure he's not watching, so it'll still be a surprise. And these are back in stock, and Katie used these a lot.
The detail blending little brushes. And then do we want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, people are going to be happy about this.
Yes, this was Katie's full bloom album that she did, and we had kits for, and we ran out, and we were able to get more product and made, I don't know, maybe 30 more. So if you wanted this and you missed out the first time, they are now available.
And they're online, aren't they, Diane?
Well, I hope so.
They're $42.99, and you get all of this stuff.
An album and everything to make it.
Now this, in the new kits, we talked to Simple Stories, and they were sold out of the red albums. So the new kits are going to have the yellow albums instead of the red. But as you can see, they're going to look just as cute.
And there's lots of flips and folds.
And pockets. And this is a video from, we'll have to look on a calendar. I don't think it says.
I'm not
Katie went through and kind of showed this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. It's called Full Bloom.
From the Full Bloom collection, and everybody really loved it. So if you're wanting to make an album for summer or spring or for fun times, this would be perfect. And it's one of the flip books.
And these are just so much fun to put together. I mean, you can do it exactly like what they have it.
And you don't have to think about it, Diane, because the directions come with it.
Nope.
So you're getting the actual printed directions. They're not like an email or something. So, all right, so that's back in stock. And then what else have we got?
Oh,
some tape?
This screams Easter too.
It does.
And then we got the heart washi tape and rainbow washi tape.
So those are from Doodlebug. Very pretty, very bright. I had a friend ask me what the trends are for spring, and I would say florals and bright colors.
Bright colors, which we all need in our life. And this is the new fabric tape from Tim Holtz, his latest release from Ideology, and I am using this in a project that will happen probably in 2 or 3 weeks. But it's
Diane
really
has
fun
lots
stuff.
of projects. We're
just getting them done.
We're pretty happy because she's done a lot of projects, and she's coordinated these last few days of morning videos. So
it's going to be stretched out over, I don't think we're having any next week because I'm gone, and then we have the big crop coming, so then the following week we will have some more of these mini albums and things off of YouTube that everybody has.
Okay, and they asked if we can get the flip pages separate, and absolutely. I assume you mean from the album.
Flip.
Because this is a flip book. You can get flip books separately. They come in all kinds of colors, and you can get extra pages.
Yep.
So they're really fun to work with, and they come in another size, a 4x6 or a 6x8.
And there's lots of different refills, configurations of all the refills.
Diane, do you think we'll have more of Katie's kits from 2 days ago? The one with the file folder?
We made up some. Are they gone?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. We have maybe missing one envelope. So we'll have to go back and see if we can do that. I think we were missing one envelope.
Okay. We'll give that a try.
Yeah.
Chris is here.
29th of March is when she
Oh,
did this.
yay! March
And it is
29th.
online.
Okay. Thanks,
you.
Chris.
You're welcome.
So if you didn't catch that, March 29th, you go back and you can watch our video from then and you can see this album in detail. Okay, then we've shown some restock,
Okay.
but whoa.
Yeah. These are also from his latest release, from the latest ideology. These are called barrels, and people have been waiting for those. And then this is the curio clock. He's always had a clock. This one's a little different.
I like it because it's black.
It is black. It's
And
got
it's
a silver. And you can see where they make little vignette displays in them.
I don't know. I was going to ask if you could open it. If you like to do little vignettes and displays, it's really nice because it's smaller. It's not like a big box. And it's so cute to display.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Wouldn't this be good for graduation?
Yeah. So the back comes out. So you build your display, your vignette display on that. And then it fits over here. And then there is screws. How does this? I think it just pops in.
Pops on.
Yeah. It just pops in.
I like that. I have to tell you, I like that better than the old clock.
Yeah. It's much more
Because
stylish.
It is, and it's more, what do you call it when it can be lots of different styles? Like it can be modern, it can be vintage, it could be bright colors.
Yeah. So those
Very
are in
cool.
stock. The barrels. If you go out to his video, maybe 2 or 3 Saturdays ago, we'll show lots and lots of samples. Go to his blog, Tim Holt's blog, and you will see the new video on the ideology. And it's awesome. He shows you
And the bear.
tons and
People
tons.
probably don't know this, Diane, but we ordered all of this sight unseen
yeah.
by the description. So when it said barrel, we just ordered a few because we're like, barrel? And then when we got to see them, we placed 2 additional orders because I think those are going to be really popular. You
So-
could have flowers coming out of them, or some of his little
Baubles,
people.
his
You can do a
baubles.
lot of different things.
Yeah. So now his latest release. Oh, let's do this. This
yeah.
was in the same release, and these flew out of the
Yeah.
door.
And we had a lot.
Yep, and we got a lot more back in. They were very popular. They're the vignette tray, and they're divided. And they're like his box, but now they have the divided. So I used something like this for my Christmas
Yes.
album this year. Instead of putting it in an album, I put it in a tray. So these would be very popular. And you can paint these, you can cover them with paper. His washi tape fits over the thin stuff, and I think I have some over there. You can put it on top. It just fits perfectly all the way around on the top.
These did sell out really
Yeah.
fast.
So
You can also set them upright, and it can be, like some of his display
Yeah.
boxes, and you can do little vignettes in there.
what's really
set a
cool is
barrel in
the
there.
metal handle on the front.
How much are those? I don't know if we gave any price.
$7.99.
So that's $7.99, and the barrels were $5.99. Okay.
And the clock is $19.99.
I really think that clock for graduation would be
How
really
fun,
neat.
yeah. So now his latest release are from
There's always
Ranger.
something coming from
And
Tim.
there's
4 new ones.
okay, so there's the crackle paint. Crackle paint. I don't think they're all out. Well, maybe they are. Okay, crackle paste.
and these
these
are
are all
translucent.
texture paste, translucent, and collage medium matte. Now these are all new jars too, new description, and they put the description on the top, what it is and what it does, and then there's more of a description on the back.
Especially when you're organizing. They made the words big, because I know when we're pulling
Yeah.
web orders for people, it's hard to figure out what's what. And I like how they're labeled now.
And they're labeled on the top, so if you have them in a drawer or something, you can
You can
see
see what it is.
what you're pulling out. So again, his video on this was last Saturday, and it's very good. He gives a detailed description on using all of this product.
Okay, and Diane, there's a question. They want to know if the barrel will fit in the clock. It looks to me like it will, but we're going to find out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would, because this is pretty deep.
I just dropped my microphone. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna say yes.
Diane is saying yes on the barrels
Yep.
and the clock.
Yep.
And then Ruth had an idea. The clock for graduation, use real pictures of your grad when they were taller and a new picture from
Yeah.
today. That's really good.
Yeah.
Or,
Perfect.
you could put a family, I think an old family photo in there would be cool too, Diane. You have a lot of
Yes.
those.
Yeah. That would be cool to sit on your shelf. Okay. The other thing that was released is the new 4-pack of the latest 4 colors: the Salvage Patina, Prize Ribbon. What's that? Villainous Potion, and Saltwater Taffy. So now if you want the little ones, and this is the only way to get the little one. No.
I don't know if they've come out individually yet.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
I
do.
know they do, but I didn't know if
Yeah.
the new colors have yet.
Yeah. So this will give you the latest
The new
colors,
4 colors.
in a 4-pack. If
And
that's
we're going to
the way.
get the question, so I'm just going to answer it. The oxides do not come in mini packs because of the chemical makeup of them.
Yep. And they're $11.99. So-
And we do carry all the mini inks, so if there's a color you want and maybe you don't want a big pad or you want to try it, we carry all the mini inks individually.
Except Picket Fence.
Oh, yes, except Picket Fence.
Picket Fence, if you want that, you can only get it in the 3x3.
And it's really like an oxide.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that was the original, the grandpa of the
It
oxides.
was. It was.
I love
yep.
that.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm
and we
not
got
sure
a
if this
paper
is
pad.
new.
Those were out of stock. And
Okay,
so I
this
think
is
they're back.
from P13. It's all the wood papers, and it is gorgeous.
It is really nice.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have
It's
that
every
to cut into when
color,
you
every
want something.
style. Oh, and then you even get frames. wood
Okay, and then
frames.
I'm going to tell everybody, because I just had a squirrel moment, that Maggie has taken paper like this, and you cut these pieces of wood apart into strips, and then you can use them, as borders or whatever,
Yep.
and you can put them back together. She's actually put them on chipboard, individual pieces of chipboard, for a mixed media project, and then put them back together, and they look even more like wood.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty cool.
That's the 20-second Kelly thing.
Okay.
All right, Diane, are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Okay,
That's
and
all
then
the
later
new
today
stuff.
we're going to show you all of this, which is brand new from Paper Rose Studio in Australia. It's our first direct imported product, and we're going to show that this afternoon. We'll have it all ready to go. And we're going to have a store tour at 1 o'clock of a new product. We didn't call it a store tour. I can't remember what we called it.
We were debuting.
Debuting? Debuting.
I don't know.
We're doing something cool, man.
Yeah.
It's like a jamboree.
It's
And I wore a shirt that I hope matches.
it
some of that
does. I
product.
should have. I don't. I
So.
wasn't feeling very springy this morning because it was still in the 20s here. Unfortunately, it's not going to get any warmer. So,
Show us again what you're going to
okay. So this is called a 1-page mini album. It is from Liz the Paper Project online or on YouTube. She's one of the ladies that I follow. And we have done this before. I think Chris has done it before. So my main objective was to show you different ways to decorate each page. So
You get a lot out of one sheet of paper,
right.
don't you? That is
and
really cool.
I will show you how to decorate each one of these pages. Not that you have to do all of this on one album, but it will give you different options on what to do, different ideas. And then it's got a belly band. So this is the directions, and Kelly will take a picture of this.
Yeah, we'll post
and,
pictures.
and post it, so hopefully you can understand that.
Diane has a pattern. So you're not using, that's where you're saving and you're redoing it all, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So my latest purchase here at the store was a scoreboard.
Finally.
I don't make cards, and I never thought that I would need a scoreboard, but then I started making all these little things, and I decided I needed a scoreboard. So they come in this size, or they come in the smaller size.
So there's the mini. They're from EK Success. I think the big one is like $20,
Yep,
$19.99.
19 and 16.
And the cool thing is that this big one has this envelope template, and it stores in the back. In the back. So
Yes,
you
it
don't
does.
lose it, and your little bone folders clip in, and they
Yep.
store. The mini one does not have the envelope maker because you really need like a bigger piece of paper, but it does have all your guides for making envelopes. And I had a friend yesterday that asked me about a weird envelope size, and I told her she could make it, and I should have said, get your scoreboard out.
Yes.
Oh, Diane, before you go, Vicky, just in from Vicky, some areas of Montana got 4 feet of snow.
Oh my gosh, I feel so
Oh
sorry
my
for
gosh.
you.
Then, Vicky, you need to watch at 1 o'clock because it's spring here
Yeah.
at Memory Bound.
Yes.
Even if it's not warm outside, we've moved on.
Gracious.
That would be awful.
So the paper I used is the same paper that Katie used. I used it, and Chris is using it in a project in, I think, a couple weeks. It is the Craft Consortium Vintage Emporium. So it comes in the 12 by 12, and it's just really fun.
Lots of vintage.
A lot
type
of vintage
papers.
paper. It's just really fun. I love this. Was one
It's
of my
good for
favorite.
if you like vintage, you like
Yeah.
the shabby look, shabby
This
chic.
page here was just yummy.
If you've got old pictures.
And the backs are as good as the fronts. They're really, really good.
You know, this is also, our daughter went to Europe and she wanted all her pictures scrapbooked in old like paper.
Yeah.
And this would be good for
Yes.
that too.
And then it comes in the 6x6 also. So, and the only thing we have left is the 6x6, but
They're
a lot of
arriving.
you already.
Yeah, a lot of you bought it all.
Yep.
We know a lot of you bought it already, and there's more arriving on Tuesday.
Yes.
So it's on its way.
So those are
And we'll
the.
probably
And
need to
I
order
did
more.
use both papers. You could get by with just the 12 by 12, but I like some of the littler print.
Oh, that's what Katie said too.
Yeah, in the smaller ones. So I think you need both. Or use any other
Or you
paper.
can use a different collection if you want
Definitely.
a different look. You can do the same
Yep.
thing with Doodlebug
Yep.
or something springy Mother's Day.
And
or
then I went to my stash again and pulled out stuff out of my ephemera.
Yeah, show this, her ephemera book.
ephemera
Everybody
book.
wants to see how to make these.
I know, I got to get on that. It's just fun. All of my flowers and just stuff is in this.
It's
this
very
is
organized.
one.
It's super organized, Diane.
I have like 4 of those.
And I have one because Diane made me one for Christmas. Best gift ever.
And then I got out some of my dies. I got out my crocodile. I got out my corner rounder. So I just went again and pulled out a bunch of fun stuff.
And she pulled out a bunch of fun stuff to show us too.
I used this.
Oh, Simple Plaid
Yep.
from Tim Holtz.
And of course this one, our
slots.
favorite. And then of course this one, and I know a lot of you bought this after my video the other day, and we have just a couple left. And then the new tag.
Those were Diane's
Yep,
favorites.
and the coin pocket, and I'll show you how to make that today. It's real easy and it's cute.
And this product, you can find it on our calendar page. If you go to memorybound.com and go to our calendar, and then it should all be linked right there. We don't have a linker today, and that's all right. We can make it
Yep,
without a
yep.
linker, but because everything is on our calendar page.
So the first thing you want to do is start out with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And your first score line is 3.5. So you're going to score at 3.5. Ooh, using white paper is hard.
Yeah, maybe we should have used
Woo!
a different color of paper.
Yeah, wow. I did it at home last night. I had maybe a little better lighting.
Better lighting than here? Okay, so we scored at 3.5.
3.5, and then 4.
So when you score, you see how Diane put her bone folder in that notch? There's a notch up here on the numbers, and that's what keeps you straight.
And you can do it a couple times.
And here you can see it.
So 3.5 and 4, and then 8.
It makes sense.
Wow. And then 8.5.
All right, so I'm going to repeat that for everybody, and I'm going to show it right here. Sometimes if you see it, your first score on your 12 by 12 sheet is 3.5, and then 4, and then 8 and 8.5. That all kind of makes sense.
Okay, then you're going to turn it to your left 1 turn. Turn it to your left 1 turn. And you're going to score it at 3 inches. And 7.5.
Okay, so she turned it, and then here's the 3 and the 7.5. And we will post a picture of this.
Okay, so that is all your scoring lines. So I'm going to turn it back, and I marked the top of my paper so I knew which one was the top.
Okay, so let me see if I can show this. I'll turn it in. Let me see, is there any light anywhere? It's pretty gloomy here in Iowa today. All right, so there you can see she marked the top.
And I would suggest doing that because you can get...
So the top is got those two little like...
it's the shorter, it's the 3-inch.
Oh, okay.
One is
all right.
the top.
All right. So on here, you can see the top, and we'll have pictures.
So your next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to cut the whatever size. I think this is
A 1/2 inch?
Yeah. So you're going to want to cut. Well, you're going to cut all of them.
We're going to cut them all.
Cut between the score line or on the score lines.
Up to the next score line.
Up to the next score line. And you're going to do that. Man, these are really... Sorry.
You know what? I've been reading that professional YouTube video people, which is not us, we're not professionals, they have special lights.
Lighting.
And I'm like, why do they need special lights? We do just fine. And now I'm wondering.
Yeah, when you're scoring on white paper.
Okay.
So you cut that, and then you turn it, and you score, and you do this very same thing at the top.
And somebody said to check your microphone. It maybe hit the plus button just to turn it up a bit. And okay, Kimberly says hers is fine. So I think we're okay. If you're having a microphone problem, like Kimberly says, pop out and pop back in. And Christy said your sound isn't working.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, and Kimberly posted today's link to the calendar. So thank you guys are so wonderful. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, love it.
Okay.
I'm getting close to you, Diane. I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure that was tight. Okay. Donna said hers is fine. So
Okay. So we're going to fold up the longer ones like that, and then we're going to cut off the short ones. You just cut all the way down to the fold line, and I need a
That is
much
not-
smaller scissors than this.
That's the I call those the mummy scissors because somebody put like mummy tape on them.
Yeah. Sure.
But they cut really well.
Yeah, don't look at my cut lines because those are bad.
I was not expecting you to keep those.
But don't cut the bottom, the longer ones.
Okay.
We are going to glue those. It gives the album just a little bit more stability.
It's a good idea.
And
I like
you can
it.
use score tape or you can just use a liquid glue. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. So we cut between both sets of score lines. You cut off the top ones and fold up the bottom ones. And that's written on here.
Bonnie says we are professionals.
We like to think we are. Okay, so that's your basic shape right there. Then the next thing I did is I took my corner, my chomper, and this is the 1/4 and 1/2 inch. And you can do 2 different sizes on this. And all you do is so easy to use. You just pull those out.
I have never used this, Diane.
Oh, I love it. And you stick it in there. And that's the 1/2 inch, and then I'll do the 1/4 inch.
Oh, yeah, so we can see the difference.
So those are this is the more rounded one, and this is the smaller one. So then do all of that on all your corners. And I did all of the top ones.
And if you don't, the corner chomper from Crocodile, the Crocky here, the Crocodile corner chomper is nice because you can chomp chipboard and really heavy, thick stuff.
And if you don't have one of those, just use a regular corner
if you have
rounder.
for this, a regular corner rounder would work.
If you want to round the corners, I just liked the way it looked, and that told me that that was also the top of the page.
I liked it too.
Yeah. So this is where we're at, right up here.
That's so cool.
And then I did start folding you just fold them all on the, and you could use a bone folder, which I forgot to get.
You've got one with your scoring board.
Oh yeah, where's that?
So you can tell Diane's new with the scoring board.
Yeah.
I actually like the one that comes with the scoring board because it's kind of flexible.
Yes, it is.
So I do like that
So
one.
just score all your lines, or fold all your lines and get them burnished. And with the scoring board, they just fold so nice. I'm not trying to do it by hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now everything is folded. I can do these two.
Diane, I am loving this already, and I think I could make it if all I have to really do is remember these dimensions.
Yeah.
All you really need to know are these scoring dimensions.
Okay, so everything is burnished, everything is ready to go. Now you start building your whatever you want to do. You can put tags, you can put a spot for a gift tag or a gift card. So anything that you have in your stash or whatever paper collection you're using, you can just start building. So I'll show you what my inspiration was for all of these. So I knew I wanted to use the slotted die, which is one of our favorites around
this
here.
is stitch slots.
Yep. So that was my inspiration for my first go around. And when you put this on, make sure you only glue around the edge. You want to make sure everything else is open.
So don't glue along all those little
Yep.
things if you want to tuck something in.
All you have to do is put glue on there like that.
So on this one, you can see that Diane's got little tags and things
Yep.
that tuck into it. I can't do it left-handed, but
Okay, so this is off of the paper pack.
oh, but you tore it
But I
instead
tore
of
it,
cutting
yep.
it. Oh my
Now
gosh!
I would use a real picture in there, but for this I just used.
So did you color it, or did it have the
Nope,
color on it?
Came with
Oh.
color already on it. And this was just a scrap piece of paper that I had laying on the side, and it's good for journaling because it's got lines on it. And then I made a tag
Oh, that's her
with the
favorite
new-
tag, the Sampool.
Yep, tag. There's 2 different sizes. Well, no, this is a smaller tag. I used
Just the topper.
the top of it because I needed a smaller tag. And then I set an eyelet.
I think we better order eyelets today, Diane.
Yes, this is my favorite set of eyelets. Now these are a little bit bigger. I went to a smaller set, but I love these colors.
Well, they
And
go
I
with
really-
everything.
And I really like this size too, but for this one I had to go to a smaller size. These are 3/16.
So, Diane, Catherine wants to know your background paper, is it all one sheet scored and folded, or is
Yes.
each panel individually?
Nope,
so
it's
it's
all one
exactly what she
sheet.
just did here.
And I will show you.
So this is all one piece of paper.
And I think
One
between
12 by
Katie-
12.
Katie and I, we've used all of that paper. But
Oh, you
this
guys are
was-
sharing a
yeah,
tablet?
This was the front. It had stamps all over it, and then this was the back. One sheet of paper. So like, well, any of
You could use
these,
a lot of 'em.
Yeah, papers would work. Let's see if it's in here. Okay, this is the paper I used in the 12 by 12.
Oh, okay.
So you can see
So
that's
there's the
the back,
stamps.
and there's the front. And then I think this one,
Is that the little cut
Probably-
aparts with the Port family photos?
yeah, I think it was on maybe the bigger one.
Or like Diane said, she would put her own pictures in.
Yeah. So then I just went to my favorite Elizabeth Craft
Of
die,
course.
which was this one. And I just love the look of the notebook page and the torn page. So what I did is I went and found some scraps and I cut out little
Oh
pieces.
my gosh, they're just
and then
scraps.
just cut them off.
Okay, so that
So-
is these little dies.
And yeah, I think it's like that.
So that one, and then you just cut it in half or tore it. I guess
I
she
tore
tore
it.
it. And that's what she's
then,
putting on
yep,
here.
I
That's
just
amazing.
Glued them on. So if you have any scraps of paper, just take out your dies and start cutting.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to find.
Nope.
And here it is on her original project. And those were just scraps of paper that
Yep.
she die cut.
And this is a flower out of my.
Oh, that looks
out
like a
of
Tim
here,
Holtz
and
flower.
It is a Tim Holtz from one of his ephemera packages.
And he always has flowers, so I know you can.
Yep, and I love the muted ones, and I have no idea what package it came out of, but anytime Tim Holtz comes out with any ephemera, I buy it.
Yeah.
Because you can always go back and use it on different products.
Now, Penny has a very funny comment. She's Penny, who works here at Memory Bound, so she knows Diane pretty well. She said, Diane saves scraps because Diane does not
No, I
save
don't.
scraps. But in this project, evidently, it worked out well.
I'll tell you, I saved the scraps until I'm done with the project.
Okay, then she pitches them.
Yes. And then
That's Diane's reputation, is not saving any scraps. So the die we were just talking about is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's the Planner Essentials number 21, and it's number 1739, and it's $22.99.
Yep, and we do have a couple left in stock.
And we're going to get more because I need one.
Yeah, I go to it all the time. It's got so many fun things on it. Okay, so now for the next square, I used the brand new
Is it
plaid.
the simple plaid from Tim Holtz? It was there.
Here it
So
is, which is another really fun die.
and you can see it here on the background. You can see that plaid. She cut it out of a pattern paper, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly what it is.
But, Katie and I were looking at this, and she liked it because she thought it looked like it was just printed on the paper.
It does look like it.
Now you can see the die is pretty big. So what I did is I just cut it down. I just cut off the sides and the bottom to fit my background. So don't hesitate to cut it. It just,
Yeah, you can cut lots of pieces.
can
You can cut
cut
pieces off of it.
any kind of
It's a great
size.
background.
It is. Now to glue this down, it's a little tricky, but all I did is took my liquid glue and just dabbed a little glue. I didn't glue the whole thing, but all you have to do is just put a little glue on it, and that became my instant background, which I just loved. And that is cut out out of one of the pattern papers. Can't tell you which one, but it came
It looks
out
like
of
the one that's got all the newsprint on it.
the 6x6 pad. So then I wanted a way to put in a little note. A gift card does not fit in this. I tried it. I thought it would.
We were hoping it
yeah,
would, but
it does not.
cash
But
would.
Oh, that would be awesome. But it comes with a tag.
Oh,
Is what
okay.
It comes with.
So
Then I was trying to figure out a way to, if people wanted to take this out, to open it up. So I put a piece of Velcro on the back.
Oh.
So it can be taken out. So we have
and we do have Velcro.
little dots. of
When
Velcro.
Diane needed Velcro, I have to tell him we searched all over the store for
all I
some
needed was just
Velcro
a
that was
little
opened,
piece.
and then a couple weeks later, I found a container of it sitting on my desk.
But Doug found some downstairs.
Doug got some out of this.
So anyway, I thought it was a cool idea to be able to remove that and then see what's on the inside.
And Ruby said she cut one for an Easter card, so that would be neat to
Oh,
put on the
yes.
front of a card or a lot of different uses.
So this is what it looks like when you cut it. It scores it already, and it's that all the score lines are perfect, and it's easy to fold. And then you put score tape. I used 1/4 inch score tape. And then you
Get that
have-
accordion going there.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm so bad. I don't know if I said this already or not, but Elena said a $100 bill wouldn't be too bulky.
That
Can't remember if I shared that or not. If I did, it's a great comment to share twice.
Okay, that's how easy that is, and you can put something dimensional in here because it opens up. It's got the gussets on the sides, so you can put a little bulkier.
Well,
there?
Diane, people ask for things to put like medals, like medals
Yeah.
or things in on scrapbook pages, and you could do that and put a piece of acetate right there in the front, cut out a hole, and then put it on your layout, and that'd be a great way, a lock of hair or
Yep. And
whatever.
this is the little tag that goes just perfect inside. So it just makes a really cute little coin pocket. So that's what it looks like when it's done. And so
And
I
she's got one decorated
the
up.
front, and I put the flap on the outside. That's probably where it needs to go, on the outside and not the inside. Okay.
Let me see how the professionals did it here in the sample. Can you tell?
Yeah, it goes up.
So
goes up.
here's the sample
Yeah.
on the package.
Not like that. And then I just took, again, some scraps, decorated the front, and then I made a little pull tag,
Oh my gosh.
pull for my tag, and I made a little pocket. And these two pieces here are cut out of, not this one.
Of a die. They're cut out of a
yes.
die. So while you find that, we have a question. That's called the coin pocket die. It's one of the Sam Poole designs from Creative Expressions. It's called the coin pocket. It's $26.49, and it does come with the tag, and it's got the little slit and all the scoring that comes with it too, and it cuts very nicely. Diane has cut out quite a few of them.
And sorry, I didn't bring it's an Elizabeth Craft one too, and it's got lots of stuff on it, just like
Little
this
pieces.
one. Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
But they fit perfectly in this little pocket that I made. How fun are those? Ugh.
Well, when you pulled that out, I thought it was going to be a plain tag, and it was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah. And this came out of some of the paper. So just make a little pocket, stick a little note cards in there, and then I use the tiny attacher. So if you don't have the tiny attacher yet, it's awesome too. It's just one of those basic tools that
So
you need.
it's not regular staples, it's little smaller, like, there it is, tiny staples.
Yep.
I use mine all the time.
So that fits right in there, and then you just close it up and stick it back on there.
Very nice.
So now the third one I did, it's very easy. All I did is do a background paper, and this would be a great place to put a picture or some journaling, if you, depending on who you're giving it to or what the occasion is. And then I just took some scrap pieces of paper again. A square was a square, cut it in half, and then I made 2 photo corners.
Diane's going to be getting a lot of crap from staff members because she's mentioning scraps a lot today. And that's the big joke here, is that
Yeah.
Diane does not do scraps.
Until my project is over.
Okay, all right, sure.
And then I just put a flower there, and I left it open, so whoever is using this, you can stick a picture.
Okay,
or,
so you just adhered your
you just,
corners around the edges.
You can either use 1/8 inch score tape, or just put a dab of glue around the edge, leaving them open.
And the same with the flower. It's not glued down. It's
Right.
just glued down at the bottom. And then, like Diane said, you can just slip this in. And that's a technique you can use in a lot of places also.
Yeah. If you're making an album for somebody and you don't have pictures, you can still put embellishments in, but just leave it so people can stick a picture or journaling or whatever. You just tack it down and then leave most of it open. So that's that. So that was a really easy way to decorate a page.
I like how you're doing this, Diane, how you're showing us each page, and you've got kind of a sample so we can go from here, and then we can see basics of how you did it. I really like that.
And again, you don't have to do all of this on one project. These were just ideas that I came up with to show you how many different ways you can decorate a page. And you can use these ideas on other things too. I like to do different flips and folds and tucks, and it's just a lot of fun to do.
Okay, Chris says the planner die has sold out, but that's okay because we've got more coming.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Chris, we've got more coming, so that's not a problem.
Yep. Okay, so
right,
now
let's see, where am I?
we're
Okay.
going down to this one, and I used the tiny clips.
Oh, those are so darn
Yeah.
cute. So those are a Tim Holtz product,
Yep,
and
right there.
they're these little tiny clips, and they come in some different colors.
And when these first came out, I thought, oh,
They're
$4.99.
$4.99.
Made those too small, but they're.
You've
so
been
fun.
using them a lot,
I have
though.
used them a lot. So with this one, I did a lot of flips. So I did a flip here, I did a flip here, and then I made a pocket with a tag. So your first, and these are the dimensions of my little flips on there. So we're going to take the 4 1/2 by 3, and I scored it at 1/2 inch. So that's going to make your fold. So we're going to, and then
Oh, and she's got tape on it
I
already.
do. I learned from Tuesday or whatever it was. And you're going to just stick that down. And that's going to be your fold. And that was the wrong one.
Whoops. She learned from Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put the other one
This-
on.
Okay. 4 1/4, not 4 1/2.
So she's putting the smaller one. And I think
Yeah.
if we look at the sample, you can tell that the bigger one is at the bottom and the smaller one is flipping off to the side. And it has to be that way because otherwise it would have gone over the edge.
Okay.
So if you
So
put
it's
the
the-
wrong one on, you're
yeah.
going to figure it out.
The 4 1/4 by 2 3/4 go at the top, but I'm having trouble getting this down.
That's
straight.
pretty good
But
that you're able to pull
anyway,
the tape off.
That's the way it is. And then I think I cut this too long.
So if you cut it too long, you just trim it off.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll get the idea. And then I made a pocket too. So this one will go here. And pretend
I think
like
people are going to like to see this flips.
Yeah. So it goes like this, and then it goes like that. And then I made a pocket, and I just used very thin score tape, 1/8 inch score tape.
Karen said this would be a perfect album for a graduate, and that's so true.
Yes, it would be.
You could put photos in it and things. Okay, and the die, the Elizabeth Crafts die that's on order, probably be here maybe Thursday, is the Planner Essentials 21. It's number 1739. It's called Note Pieces. And we will be having those back real soon.
Okay, so this is the way, if you look at my original and not my sample here, this one is a pocket. And this one folds up, and this looks like it's embellished, but it's not. It's
That's
part
the
of the
paper.
paper.
Oh my gosh.
And then I cut out one of the pieces of paper out of.
So that is what's one of the postcards.
It is one of the postcards, like one of those.
So you can cut those
Yeah.
out. And then put your little clip
And
on. I
then
want to see that.
Put the little clip on there to close it.
Very cute.
So that's the basics of that one.
I could see this for a baby shower, maybe with a different theme of paper where you
Or
put
different
advice
gift
in.
Cards.
Yeah,
You could stick gift cards in a lot of these, which would be fun. Okay, on to the next one. This one is, again, I used that same die and I cut to make a pocket. So look how easy that was to make a
Boom.
pocket.
So here it is live
Yeah.
on her project. And then remember, when you're making a pocket, you're only going to put adhesive on the sides and the bottom, unless it's a tuck, and then just the sides.
Yep.
Or just one side and the bottom.
And I did not have to cut this piece down at all. That's the way.
That was perfect.
That was perfect.
Oh yeah, you should show that little
And
book.
then I took a little book. Again, I put a little clip on it. And this was one of the papers again with the lined background. I folded it and then put a flower on the, and I might have used, you could definitely use these and it would go the other way, but any 3x4s, 2x3s you can make into, okay, there's the girl right there. So it's out of the 6x6 album or paper pack.
Mary, congratulations, Diane. She has a 2-day-old granddaughter, and she's going to make this for her.
How fun.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
And Chris is thinking about making one for her mom with pictures of the grandkids.
Oh, perfect. And I just use the corner rounder again, and you just fold it, and it makes a cute little book. I put a flower on the front, again, a little clip.
One of those little clips.
And you can journal on these or put a little picture, or you can even make a pocket, another pocket in there. But using these clips are just so dang cute. It
Well, I
just
thought they
adds
were a little
another-
small also when I saw
Yeah,
them. So if you're
another
just joining us,
dimension.
that's the tiny clips from Tim Holtz. And they're $4.99 and you get 15.
The little book is 4 1/4 by 3 1/2, and then I just scored it in half and rounded the corners. So those are
Very
that
cute.
dimension. So the next one is probably my favorite. Again, I wanted to use the frames. I love these, and you get so many in these. This is the 3 by 4. There's square ones, there's more rectangle ones.
You just get about everything
Yeah,
in it.
there's ones that are stitched, but they're just so versatile. So again, I just tore that.
So this is what we're doing right now.
Yep.
It's got a little window that opens up.
And I wanted to use acetate again. So what I did on this one is I used a little score tape, or you can use liquid glue too to put your acetate down. So we will just, it's in the liquid, it doesn't show. It dries clear,
This is really cute.
but the 1/4 inch score tape works perfect around here. And then just cut your piece of acetate the size you need it, and it's that easy. Oh, I'm having trouble seeing this morning. Okay, so there's your piece of acetate, and that was that easy. And then you can always stamp something, whatever words or some stickers there on the tab if you want. And I then wanted to use these because we had a lot of these in stock, and I thought, how fun would that be to use the new washi tape.
So that's like a mini paper bag, a mini little merchandise bag, and they're $1.49 for 10.
Yep.
And they're online under miscellaneous product, I believe.
And I had this sitting on my desk because I just loved it. It's the new 49 in market. It is the Curator's Letterbox 4-inch washi tape. And I thought, I've got to use that because I just loved it. So what I did is
Do you use the little slicer on it?
I just used the little slicer, cut off a piece of it.
I
like
wasn't
that.
showing that. Sorry, everybody. I had the camera down, but that's all right.
And what I did is I just started tearing pieces.
Oh,
And
you're putting that on the
I
bag.
am. I'm putting this
Oh,
on the bag.
she's doing this.
And just start tearing
Oh
and
my
making
gosh.
a collage
That's not what I expected at all.
piece. So this is another way to use the washi tape. So,
Especially the wide washi tape. Sometimes people don't know what to do with it, but I also think you could roll it over a piece of cardstock or put it on a card front and make a nice background with it.
Wait until you see the washi tape this
Stuff,
afternoon.
yeah.
It is gorgeous. So that's just a really easy way to decorate a tag, a bag, and make it look fun. And I also inked everything with gathered twigs. I
So
forgot to
she used,
mention
that's
that.
okay. She
That's
used the
my
distress
favorite-
ink.
That's my favorite color. And then again, I went to my ephemera, and I had just bought this set. This is the Curator's Essential Book Plates, and it's got a lot of big stuff in it, but it's also got this little card right there, which is that. So I put that on the front, and that was really easy.
That was easy.
I wanted something fun showing through the.
Perfect size.
Yep. So what I did is I did glue down the bag, and then I used washi tape. And if you can look here, this is washi tape here, and it's one of the Tim Holtz older set of washi tape. You can use whatever you want, but it's an easy way to make a hinge. So all I did is put it on the edge and cut off the excess. So if you need to hinge anything, washi tape
Yeah, it's a good one.
is
It's
really
very
easy.
flexible.
Yeah. And I just put that right over the top and folded the washi tape right around. So,
Well, you made that pretty easy.
yeah.
That looks
Isn't
easy.
that just a fun
So here's what she just did.
way to make a little display, a vignette or whatever these are called, to decorate a page. Okay, so there's 6 different ideas.
Wow, 6
on
ideas.
this. But there's more. So when I flipped it up, I came up with 3 more.
So we have 3 more ideas. So we're getting the
very
book
simple.
and 9 ideas today.
Okay. Rhonda, in my bag in the receiving room is my little sidekick. Will you go get that?
Sure.
And the plates are in the plastic. It's in my brown bag on the floor. So we'll go to that one last.
Okay, while she's getting that, I want to tell you, Diane, that Mary said, "Oh well, LOL, my husband said they got a lot of junk in there." And I said, "Where?" And he said, "Ankeny store." And I gave him a shocked look and told him they don't have one piece of junk in there. Maybe if you looked in our back room, you might find some things.
Yeah. That's funny.
Okay, so which one are we going to do
Okay,
now?
we'll do this one.
Okay.
So
That looks
this
like a little corner pocket.
Yes, was really easy to do, but I wanted to show another way to use washi tape. So again, I just cut some squares.
So cut a square and then cut it diagonally
And then,
across.
yep, cut
and
it
makes a
diagonal.
nice
Makes
pocket.
2 little fun pockets. So that's what I did. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
It's a good idea.
Thank you, thank you. So I'll show you how I used the washi tape again. Because you know you get a lot of washi
Yeah,
tape.
you do. I have a drawer of washi tape.
I have
So it's
a
nice to have.
ton of washi tape. So to decorate this pocket, all I did is, if I can
And here's the
find-
washi tape on the pocket of her project.
And the new Tim Holtz washi tape is really cool.
So
This is the brand new stuff from the latest ideology. Wow.
so this
I
this really
cannot-
has 12 rolls.
It does.
Oh my gosh. And here's the little bit wider.
And sometimes you can't find the end to
Diane's
your
having trouble seeing today.
washi tape.
We're going to install some more lights back here. We might have to do that.
Gosh, isn't that just...
Well, people can kind of see what you
Okay.
did.
Well, I took this washi tape and just ran it down the side of it again, just to decorate the page. And I ended up cutting the pocket out of the same paper I wanted to put the insert, so it kind of broke it up too. But I thought this would be a great way to.
Die for what?
Oh, it's right here.
We're whispering now because Diane is here.
To
Okay.
journal on that. So there's your journaling card that you can just stick in there.
So that's pretty simple.
Yep. So that is a very simple page. The next one is another Elizabeth Craft die, which we don't have in stock, and I apologize I didn't get that one ordered. But it is the 1805 Planner Essential 30. And it makes really fun journaling cards. So this is the one I used, and it cuts out those really fun holes.
Yeah.
Which are really fun. And then you can cut out different tops to put over
to
the
put like over the top,
Yep.
like little frames.
So this is another fun die that I like. So if you like this one, they are on order now. It's 1805 Planner Essential 30. And with the Elizabeth Craft dies, you get so many dies
Yeah.
in one package.
You get a lot.
So that's
you get a
what
lot
this
for the
one-
price, and you know what? They cut nicely,
Oh, cut
so you don't have to.
I've never had an
You're not
issue.
getting like cheapy stuff.
Right. So this is just another easy way you can put a picture, you can journal on that, but again, it's just using one of your dies.
They want to know what you're using for your envelopes that you're storing your dies in.
Okay.
We'll have to ring the bell. Hey, Gloria, can you get something for us? Is that the Tim Holtz?
The Tim Holtz plastic die storage.
It's up on, she knows where it is. Okay.
Now, this next one, I wanted to show you how I made the indentation here instead of using a circle punch like we do a lot. I used a tab punch, and this is from 1867 Elizabeth Craft, and I think it was.
Or if
this
you
one.
have a tab,
Any
if you
tab,
have a
any
tab
single
punch or any tab.
that doesn't fold over is what you need to do this project. And I got out my sidekick.
Oh, if you're wondering about the Sidekick, it's like the mini die cutting machine.
And it's awesome.
It's nice.
Yes, and I just leave it.
For cutting little things, it's just convenient to just get it out and.
And it works good on a glass mat.
Oh, good to
Because
know.
it is a suction.
That's it. Thanks, Gloria.
Not that. Okay, so these are the envelopes that I use that I put in a 6x8 binder, but they're sturdy, they're thick, they're not going to tear, and that's what I use. And then I just cut magnet sheets to store them all on. Now they're not quite tall enough for some of the Elizabeth Craft, but that doesn't matter.
You get by with it.
Yeah. So you can see I use them.
She's
for
got a lot
everything.
of them.
I think I have like
People
4
also
binders.
like the Avery L bags. They're not quite as heavy
yes.
heavy duty, but
Yeah.
people do use them a lot for
and
storage.
you get 8 for $5.99, and it does have Tim Holtz does have a binder that it goes in. So if you want a binder with a zipper, we do have that too. So that's what those are. So what I did is I used the yellow tape, and I don't know if you can tell how I lined it up. I lined it up with the die here, so it just cuts out this smaller top part. And this is what it will look like.
And that's what she did here.
Yep. So instead of getting out your big machine, you get out your Sidekick, and it's that easy. So this is then what it looks like.
Oh,
So
so
isn't
there it
that
is.
fun?
Yeah, it's
Instead of
different.
using a circle.
I think I like it just because it's different.
Yep. So that's what I did here, and then I just stuck in a tag. So think of different ways to do things like this, not always using a circle punch. And don't always think you have to put it in the center, put it to the right, put it to the
Yeah,
left.
I like that too. I think Katie did that.
Yeah. So there is your little notch out for your tag.
Well,
So
cool.
that was.
Did we get all of them? Oh, you have another bonus project, don't you?
I do. Okay, so then it's done. It is done. And then all you have to do is make a belly band. And the belly band I made for this was 10 by 1 inch. And you can make them any thickness
Right.
you want.
It's good to know the 10 number.
Yep. And what I did is I just took that and kind of wrapped it around here, and then I creased the edges and then glued the back. And you want to make it, don't make it really tight or you won't be able to get it on and off. So I made sure that there was a little gap in between.
Mm-hmm.
So don't put it on snug like this. Make sure you leave a little room and then I just glued it. Or you can staple it too with your tiny attacher. So that's how you make a belly band. So there we go.
Diane, that was so cool. You would not believe all the comments. People love it, and it's very fun. And you know what? You can try this out at home
Yep.
with whatever paper you want.
So just really quick, another quick project, and this would be great for Mother's Day graduation. Okay,
Do we want to show this?
Sure.
I used, when this paper pack came in, it just was just
You loved it.
beautiful colors.
So this is Shabby Blooms, and it's from Creative Expressions.
It
And
is only one-sided, though.
it's one-sided.
It was-
It's $12.99, and you get 12 unique designs.
It
Is
was
what
a
it
little
says.
different working with one-sided paper, but I made it work.
If you're making cards,
yeah.
though, it's kind of nice.
This is the front. This is the front page that I use, but look at how it just all coordinates so well and would make a great little. Okay, that was.
I think for a wedding, an anniversary, maybe a memorial.
Just
if you're
it's
doing
just
something with
really
memorial, would be
fun,
nice.
Fun paper. So what I did is the original one I made. I used. This is using 6x6 paper. I used an 8x8, so you can see that you can make it any size you want to. So you cut the paper in half, no matter what size it is, 8x8 or 6x6, and you make a little
Oh,
folder, and then you make
like a
a
pocket.
pocket for a gift card. So a gift card will stick in there, and then you just put it together with washi tape. So this is one I've already. So I have two pieces.
okay. So you cut your paper in half, so you have two pieces.
Yeah, but this happens to be an 8x8 sheet of paper, and you score it in half. So you have two sheets like this, and you score it. And then to make the pocket, you put score tape down or your liquid adhesive. And I needed a pick.
So this is the little one.
Yep. And you put them together, and then you use washi tape, and I used just some washi tape I had at home, nothing matched, but you can see how
That paper's beautiful though for this.
Okay, go like this. So there is your little. It would be great to put a little note there, put a picture of your kids. You can journal, and then put.
And then she's got her gift card,
your
and
gift card
it's
in there.
peeking out. We know what kind that is.
And I just notched it with a circle punch
So where do you put the washi tape then?
on the edge here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I could get this undone, I would do that.
That's okay.
But
We
your
get
washi
the
tape,
idea.
It just adds another colorful way to close it instead of gluing it. So
Yeah,
there
I
is
like it.
your
Oh, that's-
little-
so
I
that's a
thought
bonus.
This would be great for graduation using the map paper
Mm-hmm.
out of the craft consortium paper.
Like, oh, the places you'll
Yeah.
go, or
And you
you're on your
can
way.
just write a fun note and put a gift card.
I would put
in
a
there.
picture of them from elementary in there. I think
Oh,
that
yeah,
would be
wouldn't that
fun.
be fun?
Okay, so she made one with the Shabby Blooms,
Yep,
and then one with
and
the Craft
I
Consortium.
Put, two papers together since they were one-sided.
Since they were one side. Okay, so that's what you can
this is
do.
one paper, and then this is the other. I just glued them with glue stick back to back. So that's how I got my double-sided paper.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. And if this ended up being too long, too big for the gift card would have slid all the way, so I just used wider washi tape to close in the bottom so it doesn't go all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
So people can see that there is a gift card in there.
Well, Janie says it's gorgeous. Mary says you make the coolest things. Good washi tape ideas. We need to have a demo just on washi tape.
Yeah, everybody has so much washi tape.
Yeah,
and
we'll help you
again,
use-
you just have to use it.
So
Get
we
it
can help
out.
you use up your washi tape.
Yep, get it out and use it.
So we do have those little brown bags for 10 for $1.49, and they're online. Here's some of Diane's products that she used. And we really appreciate you watching with us today and
sorry
staying
it was
with
so
us.
long.
We went a little late, and apologize for that, especially because we're going to be back in 2 hours and 15 minutes. 2 hours and 14 minutes. We're coming back this afternoon to do a tour of our new product. We have gotten in so many boxes. Diane, I should have asked you to count the boxes this week.
A lot.
It had to be over 100.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Well
so-
over 100 boxes, and we have stuff stashed everywhere.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to take you
all of
on
our tables.
yeah, we're going to take you on a tour this afternoon and show you all the cool stuff that came in at 1 o'clock. So join us at 1 o'clock. Diane, thank you a whole bunch.
You're
And
welcome.
Teresa's here Monday with a mini book for Mother's Day.
Yep.
And that's using one of the new Tim Holtz ideology. Oh, I don't know what you call them.
Folio.
The folio.
Yeah.
So,
the
and we'll show that.
Canvas one.
We'll show that on our tour today too. So, have a good rest of the day. Get some lunch, and we'll see you back in a little bit.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Diane.
Ooh, that was